Hello and good morning to Backchannel, you guys. You found it. I'm so proud of you. This is the Liv Every Day show. We just had the lovely Haley and Allison. They're out. Well, Haley is in England and Allison is currently in Canada visiting family, but they are both they're both in England normally. And I got to visit on their show this morning. So that was just so fantastic. It was so great. It's like having work friends. Now we can, talk about stuff at the water cooler. So it was so fun to see them and start off the day. There's a lot of shows on Backchannel, and we're going to try to introduce you all to all of them. We're actually adding some programming this year. So that's really exciting. I want to say good morning to Tim and good morning, channel. Hi, Sheila and Skill Killer the Rapper. Hi. Oh my gosh, I love it. So fantastic, you guys. And then over here, I want to say, Tim. Tim is okay. So is Tim the same Tim that was on the Haley and Allison show? Because you totally got the trivia question right. I watched that. You did fantastic. For this you. Congratulations. Also, you guys, producer Anna is here this morning. And as always, you can talk to me through your device. If you've got an Echo show, you can talk to your device itself, say the name Echo. The magic word is say. You can say Echo, say good morning, Liv, and it'll type it for you. Now, if you're on another device, if you're on a T-Rexa, if you're on an Echo Dot, if you're, wherever, you have to type it in yourself. I know it's so 1812. And you can go to backchannel.tv and chat with me there. If you're on, let's see, YouTube, right? That's a thing. If you're on Twitter, there's all these types of chatting situations for you to do. They set that up for you. So you don't even have to worry about it. So yeah, so come chat with me. Backchannel is the only place that you can listen, watch, and chat with your favorite host in real time. So that's what makes this so different than everybody. It's kind of this exciting thing. This show, Liv Every Day, is a 2-hour show today, you guys. It's hello, welcome to Wednesday. We're already at January 5th. I feel like, I don't know, this week has taken forever. I thought all day yesterday was Thursday. I don't know why. There's no reason to think it's Thursday. I don't have anything exciting going on for Thursday, but I did. I thought it was Thursday all day and it wasn't. Today is Tuesday and now it's January 5th. And I'm like, January 5th? That happened really fast. So it is. We're already kind of, we're not going to say deep diving because we learned yesterday, don't say that word. But we're already here. We're already getting into January. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Rachel. I hope that means my friends Fitz and Quinn are with you. Good morning, Fitz and Quinn. So yeah, there's Kobe. Hello, Kobe. I'm so glad you're here. But yeah, so today we're here for 2 hours, and on Wednesdays, it is What the What Wednesday, which is where we get to talk about all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world. As if there isn't enough crazy things going on in the world. You could talk about anything going on in the world, and you'd be like, that's crazy. But this is where we kind of really get to go there and talk about what the what. Good morning, Sheila. Sheila is so sweet. She's saying, good morning, Liv. Good morning, Anna, which she does almost every day. You make my day, Sheila. You are such a dear. I can't wait, Sheila, to have great news to share with you, but it's not here yet, but I'm hoping. Good morning, Kobe. I'm going to say it before you. Are you ready? Roll Tide. Are you excited? Kobe, I do want to ask you a question. When is the big national game, the big Alabama national game? When is that one happening? When you guys are going to win the national title? Do you know when that game is? So on What the What Wednesday, you guys, we're going to celebrate all the things that is just kind of crazy. Now, here's what's so cute. And I think I shared this yesterday. I spend a lot of time on my phone. I'm going to just be really honest. And here's the thing. I honestly am not doing social media, which is really fantastic. Okay. I'm kind of into reading articles. Isn't that strange? I'm not a reader. I am not a reader. I don't sit down with books. I don't listen to books on, I almost said Amazon. That's not what it is. On what is it called? Audible. See, I'm proving that I don't do it. I don't even know what it is. I don't do that, But lately, I've just kind of been wanting to take in short snippets. Thank you, Sheila. Audible. Short snippets of conversations or what's going on in the world. I think because so much crazy is going on out in the world, and there always will be. Like, let's not be dramatic. It's not like this is new to the 2020s. This has been our whole lives. There's always something going on, always. And now that we have all this information at our fingers, it's easy to get anything we want about anything we want whenever we want. Good morning, April. Hi, friend. So I've kind of gotten into I don't wanna know the deep stuff. I really don't, because I feel like what's happened, and I don't know if you guys agree, and I wanted to ask you about this on What the Wet Wednesday. Do you feel like there's such a push for real hard-hitting news that we don't get those great stories anymore? You know what I mean? Like, what I mean? Like, there used to be human interest stories, there used to be, um random stuff. Like one of my favorite television shows is Sunday Morning on CBS. I haven't watched it in a really long time, really, honestly, since the pandemic. I don't know why, but they do a great job talking about things that nobody else talks about. Like, for instance, this is just sitting on my desk because it, I don't know where this goes, but it's a bolt. And it goes to my microphone. Oh, it goes right there. Okay, well, anyway, it must go to a different microphone. So it goes to a microphone. It's a little tiny bolt. They would do an entire show on the company that makes these bolts, like a segment, you know what I mean? And it would be fascinating. You would find out about like the guy that invented it and the town that does it. And have you guys, okay? So I love that kind of interesting stuff. And I guess now that we have this wonderful show, Live Every Day, I love bringing these stories to you. I love talking about it. I love digging into like parts of the world I didn't know, these traditions. Like I'm learning so much about things, the iceberg that's going to kill us, like like movies. Like I'm just really enjoying this job. I'm really enjoying like I have a reason to go and search articles. And so Anna and I set up an email. And by Anna and I mean Anna, because she's the genius. And I send articles to Anna all day long. Like I just read articles and I just send them her way. And so today on What the What Wednesday, I'm excited. Like it's kind of like Christmas. I get to look at the schedule at the run of show and see, oh, yes, we're going to talk about that. Like, because Anna organizes it and puts everything together. And so I get to see like, oh, I can't wait to talk about, I've been wanting to talk about this with you guys. Like you guys are my friends and my community. And I'm excited to spend the mornings with you. I get excited to start the day with you guys and to talk about things. It's just, I don't know, I'm having an emotional moment. I'm having an emotional moment in 2022. So Kobe says the temp. What is the temp, Kobe? Is that a website or an article? Anna says, have you listened to the Skim? They do a daily newsletter and podcast through the week. See, that sounds like something I would really, really like. No, I haven't heard of the Skim, Anna. That sounds fantastic. What is also fantastic, you guys, is that it's time to make my coffee. So I want to know, what are you guys listening to? I want to know, is that a podcast? Kobe, educate me. What do you listen to? Where do you get your news? If you're not listening to CNN, Fox News, NBC, all the hard hitting, stuff, which I think we're all kind of over, then what are you listening to? Or what are you doing with your brains to kind of get news that maybe isn't like the hard hitting news? Like, I want to know that there was you know, like we need to know there's a fire in Denver. That was important to know. That say, I listen to you every day. Oh, thanks, Sheila. Let's say that big name. Oh, okay. So, I want to, I don't know. I'm kind of excited. I want to know about the fires in Denver. I want to know what's going on in my world. I do not want to be tone deaf. I do not want to go around and not know things. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that there's this healthy balance of we need to know what's going on in the world, but then also we need to know like the actual parts of the world. You know what I mean? The people in it, and the countries, and the cultures, and the beautiful things that make up humanity, and not just the doom and the gloom and the awful things that are happening. Okay, Anna says, okay, Anna's gonna send it to me. What's the coffee countdown at? Okay, well, listen, here's my ode to Fred Rogers, who was all things positive, who did all the things. He kept people in the know, and he taught us how to make crayons. Tell me that was not your favorite Fred Rogers episode of, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. When you went to the crayon factory with Mr. Rogers, it was the greatest thing ever. It just, I don't know if I've ever met a person that doesn't know what I'm talking about. Maybe Anna. Anna's young. But yeah, so here I am. I'm with my coffee. I got my Zelly beans, which apparently this is now an antique. This is vintage. No one in the world can get this. I don't know if that's true. Anyway, it's single serve coffee. You guys, you know what I need your help on? I need your help in finding more single serve coffees. Surely somebody on the planet makes this, right? I mean, somebody on the planet makes tea bag coffee. Is that what I'm going to call it that, right? You know what I mean? So I need more because Zelly Beans isn't there? I love their branding. I think it's just so cute. I got my hot kettle. I got my mug going. My coffee bag is steeping. What are you having this morning? What are you drinking, friends? How are you starting off this wonderful Wednesday? This what Wednesday? Anna, what are you having? Kobe loves the crayon episode with Mr. Rogers. Anna, if you could find a clip of Mr. Rogers taking us to the crayon factory, I would die. I would love it. Oh, April had cottage cheese. Can I tell you something, April? I love cottage cheese. Like, I love it. Like, I will crave cottage cheese. I know people are like, ew, blah, it's gross. I love it. And I don't eat it with fruit or anything. How do you take your cottage cheese, April? I I just have it as cottage cheese. I love it. Okay. So, Anna is having Lavazza coffee. She knows that's my favorite. That does make me sound bougie. Oh, I love Lavazza coffee. Lavazza and Illy. I love Illy as well, but Lavazza with hazelnut. Oh, we are afraid not to that we can't play clips. That's true. Oh, you did find it? Can we play it without sound? Maybe we can't play any clips. We need to get more information, Anna, on what we're allowed to play and not play. Um, Chris got more Lavazza, but not the blonde roast. Let's discuss blonde roast, shall we, everybody? I think I gave this tip yesterday. You want your coffee with a blonde roast. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Now, this is why you can believe Anna. She was a barista. She knows what she's talking about. That's what you do, friends. That's how you do it. Okay, so April, Channel, Kobe, Rachel, Sheila, Skill Killer the Rapper. Oh, God, I loved her name. Like, are you kind of so over me saying your name, or do you come every day so I can say your name? I want to know how are you doing, everyone, on this wonderful Wednesday? And what are you drinking? April, I know, is having cottage cheese, but what's everybody else up to? Anna says never choose a medium roast and that Starbucks house blend is the worst. You guys are getting inside information. This is like deep information. Okay, let's see what's going on this side. Oh, good morning, Mindy. The skim is great. I listen to the radio news when I'm driving. Yeah, I mean, I get that. And I guess maybe because I'm not driving so much anymore, I'm not listening to I don't think I ever really listened to the news. I'm trying to think of what I listened to. Tim says, I originally thought blonde roast meant that the coffee was yellow. This is the most validating moment of my life, Tim. Oh my gosh, same. In fact, can I tell you something? I think in pictures, Tim, and I literally every time I order or when somebody says blonde roast, I think it's yellow. I think it's like totally like see-through coffee. That is so funny. You just completely made my day. Okay, Mindy, blueberry Greek yogurt and a lemon granola bar? Wait a second. They have lemon granola bars? And first of all, you put the blueberry and the lemon together in a very unique way. That is brilliant. Blueberry yogurt and a lemon granola bar. I'm going to order that today because here's the thing. I'm back to my intermittent fasting, which I'll talk about later. And that is what I'm having tonight. You guys, what the what? Okay, Anna, what is a blonde roast? Mindy is asking, what is a blonde roast? And April likes her cottage cheese plain. You guys, every day it becomes more and more clear we can all hang out. I mean, Tim and I are going to get blonde roast and we're going to think it's yellow. And April and I are going to have cottage cheese and it's going to be plain. This is all working out. Like, I'm so excited. It's like finally having friends I've always wanted. Coffee. Oh, okay. April is having coffee today. Well, I want to say to everybody, cheers. I love that you're here. You make me smile. You guys are so fantastic. And yeah, happy with the what? Oh, look at that, Mindy. Hold on. Anna's probably talking to me. Hold on. I've got to switch over. Let's see what Anna's saying. Anna is saying it's a different roasting style. Blonde is on the right. Okay, so they don't, so they roast it, I'm guessing less, like it's a less of a roast. Is that what we're doing? So that's why Starbucks always, they say taste very bitter and burnt, is because they over roast their coffee. But isn't it because you can get more out of the coffee bean if you over roast it? I think it's like Anna says it's a tiny bit more caffeinated. Okay. Well, anyway, Mindy says, thank you. That helps, Anna. So cheers, everybody. Happy What the What Wednesday. I can't wait to tell you what's going on today. I don't know why I continue to cheers with a hot beverage. You would think that I would learn at this point, but yet no. No, that is not smart to do. That's why we don't cheers with coffee, you guys, at weddings, and we cheers with champagne, which I want to do a check-in. I don't know if everybody is doing this or not, but is everyone doing dry January? I wanted to check in and see if you are. And I want to tell a story a little bit later about how I actually came up against my first no. I'm doing dry January and I can't wait to share it with all of you. So good morning, Alice. Hello. Welcome. Today on the show, you guys, we celebrate every single day. And on What the What Wednesday, it's no different. We're celebrating all the national holidays. And today is National Keto Day. So you know what's great? If you all missed National Bacon Day, which was last week, which I still can't believe is not a national holiday, you could do that, right? Isn't it bacon keto? Like, I don't know keto. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but it's it's National Keto Day. So I feel like that's all like protein, right? Isn't that like all protein and veggies? Maybe? I don't know. April, are you doing keto? Is cottage cheese keto? I feel like maybe it is. I don't know the things. Okay, also, if that's not your gig, it's National Bird Day. I have a friend, Carolyn. She was here listening yesterday, so I don't know if Carolyn's here. And her friend Joanne was listening. Hello, Carolyn and Joanne, if you are. But Carolyn is the biggest bird watcher I know, and I mean it in the best way. She's so fun to be with. Like, I didn't really understand how great bird watching was. I don't think I have the natural patience. But then when I got into it, I was like, oh my gosh, I could do this all day. Like, I see how this is so addicting. I don't know if any of you have been bird watchers before. Let me know. Is that something that you're into? Are you into bird watching? I now live in a forest, literally 2.5 acres of a forest. And there's so many birds, and we will get lost. Like, my whole family, me, the kids, my husband, and we'll just be like, do you all see that bird? Do you see that bird? Do you know what it is? And we love it. There's a new thing, and I sent it to Carolyn, my girlfriend. It was on Kickstarter, and I don't know if it ever happened. Kickstarter kind of confuses me. You know what I mean? Like, some things happen, some things don't. It's a birdhouse that has a camera. And what it does is when a bird, my nose is always itchy with you guys. What does that mean? It's never itchy ever, except on this show. The bird lands on the birdhouse and the camera sends the photos to your iPhone. So you can see the bird, and then it goes on to tell you what it is, what kind of bird it is. It records it, that you've seen this bird, like all this kind of stuff. And I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. So okay, Mindy is doing dry January. I'm so excited. Oh, good morning, Nathan. He says, good morning, beautiful. Even though it's not true, he says it every day, and he's off to work. Have a wonderful day at work. I love you. So yes, so today is National Bird Day and National Whipped Cream Day. Keto means diet and no. April is not doing keto. Good for you. Yeah, I'm not for diets either. I'm for lifestyles. If keto is the lifestyle you're into, do it. Like, great. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at, April. I'm with you, friend. That is exactly where I'm at. So, National Whipped Cream Day is interesting. And again, I'm surprised that it's now and not February 14th. We had National Chocolate Strawberry Day, yesterday or whatever? So I'm just like, are they just making this up? I just feel like it's kind of weird. But one of my favorite things to do, and I think I might have shared this, and if we ever get listen, we were talking yesterday, Anna and I, and we're going to find a way for her to come down here. And we're going to set up my kitchen so I can have a camera in there and I can cook things and do things with you guys. And one of the things I do want to make is my Kahlua whipped cream, which right now we can't have in dry January. So it's a good thing that I can't cook right now because that is what I'm known for is my Kahlua whipped cream. It is delicious and it's very easy to make. Anna has a cool bird video account, you guys. She just told me. I love that. That's so cool. Yeah, I'm like now into birds. But anyway, so I do like to know different flavors of whipped cream. I'm really into coconut whipped cream. That also became something I became known for because I went vegan in 2014 and I was vegan until the pandemic and it was all for health reasons. And I'm in this women's organization I've told you ladies about and I've told you gentlemen about. There's 550 women in this organization. And at the time, we would have meetings and we would have to make food for the meetings. Okay, fine. Well, I'm, being all vegan. Nobody wants to eat your vegan food. You know what I mean? So I got into coconut whipped cream. I don't even know if I've told Anna this. I'm not kidding. Okay, like I say this with complete sincerity. I kind of 100% became famous in this group for my coconut whipped cream. I'm not kidding. Like every time we had a meeting, they were like, "So are you bringing coconut whipped cream?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, sure." When I tell y'all that it's a game changer, the coconut whipped cream, you take we're going to have to make this as a group. We just have to. You take a can of coconut milk, okay, and get the real whole kind. You don't want to do halvesies on this. You don't want light coconut milk. You turn it upside down, put it in your fridge for at least overnight. When you wake up and you're going to open up that can, all the coconut fat floats to the top. It's like a big clump. You throw that into your what is this? KitchenAid, okay, that you've frozen and like all the things. And you whip it just like you do normal heavy cream and you add sugar. Now, if you're doing the whole like really vegan thing, you do coconut sugar, okay? I love coconut sugar actually. It's really fantastic. You can do what are some other sugar? Maple syrup. If you're wanting to do something like that. I love that I have to do the KitchenAid whilst I'm doing this. For those of you who are watching, I am pretending to be a KitchenAid. Good morning, Cherry. And sometimes I'll add a sprinkling of salt just to bring out the flavor, but you just add your favorite sweetener to the coconut cream and it poofs up. And then I tell you what, Tim, what do you pair it with? You pair that with some fresh cut fruit. And the best is strawberries. Fresh cut strawberries with that coconut whipped cream. People lose their minds. You can do pineapple. Think of that combination. Fantastic. It's like a pina colada in your mouth. You know what I mean? So you've got it's just lovely. People flipping lose their minds. I'm telling you. Boy, good morning. Hello. Hi. April says hazelnut whipped cream. I have not had that. I haven't. Okay. Mindy said that someone brought balsamic whipped cream to her house with strawberries. I'm ashamed I haven't thought of that. I am ashamed I haven't thought of that. I am so into balsamic anything. Oh, that sounds fantastic. But I'm telling you guys, the coconut whipped cream is fantastic. We should do a vegan whipped cream taste test. I'm telling you, you would be shocked. All these ladies they loved it. They made me bring it all the time. And yes, I brought strawberries and pineapple. I'm trying to think. I think I started bringing cherries. That was really good. Oh, peaches. Hello, peaches with coconut whipped cream, but we're here in Texas. Okay, I'm done. Hi, Stacy. Good morning. You guys, welcome to Live Every Day. All of you who are just now joining, it is almost 7:30 here in Texas, which means it's almost 8:30 on the East Coast. So glad you were all here. As always, I would love for you to chit chat with me. You can do that by going to backchannel.tv and chatting with me there. If you have a device, you can chat there and say the magic word say, or if you're, on YouTube or wherever else, you can chat over there. And you guys, I would love it if you would go and leave a review for the show. If you go to backchannel.tv, there's a button. You just hit the button. That's it. And you can leave a review. And also, let me know what's going on. All right. I know Stacy's going to tell me what she's having for breakfast. I can't wait. Here's the part that I'm excited about today. And here's what I'm going to be celebrating, even though I just went on for 7 hours on whipped cream, which of course I did. It is National Healthy Eating Day. That makes sense. Everybody is coming through the holidays. People are now going back to work. The kids are going back to school. And now you're looking at yourself in a mirror, possibly without your clothing on, and saying, what the what? Like what happened? Like, I don't even like fruitcake that much, but apparently I do on my thighs. Like, what is happening in this area? Like, you know what I mean? Oh, good morning, Stacy. You're having Fruit Loops for breakfast. I love it. So I had this moment where I was like, what is going on? I've shared with you guys, I've lost 300 pounds and I've gained some weight for the first time during the pandemic. Just happened in December. And I'm like, what the what? And this is not about a number. This is not about the scale. This is about, I've worked really hard to get healthy. I've worked really hard. And it's taken me 15 years to lose 300 pounds. And now I'm in the middle of getting plastic surgery and all this kind of stuff. So I can't drop the ball, everybody. I cannot just, let it go. So I think that that's really important to talk about when you're discussing like healthy eating. I love how today isn't like diet day. Today isn't like, let's celebrate whatever. Today is let's celebrate healthy eating. And here's the thing. What does that mean to you? What does healthy eating mean to you? As someone who had a tremendous amount of weight to lose, who was morbidly obese for the vast majority of her life, okay? They all work. Everything works, but you've got to find what works for you and what your doctors are okay with, what's healthy for you, what you're going to be successful at. If you're on a completely Fruit Loop diet, and I'm not saying Stacy is. Stacy eats all sorts of stuff and she's very healthy. But if that's what you decide to do and you lose weight and you feel great about yourself, great. You know what I mean? And I'm totally with April on the whole, like, no, I'm not going to do a diet. I'm going to do something that I can do that makes me healthy inside. And that's what we should celebrate today, you guys. Serenity, good morning. I love your name. So I would love to know from everybody listening, April, Channel, Cherry, Kobe, Stacy, Serenity, Rachel, possibly Fitz and Quinn, Sheila, Skill Killer the Rapper, Tim and Mindy and Anna. What do you do for healthy eating? What does that look like for you? I would love to know either your best tip for healthy eating. What is your way of life for healthy eating? What have you found that works for you? You know what I mean? Like, what is it that, yes, this is how I get back on track. I feel better about myself inside. I have a better relationship with food. I have a better relationship with myself. What does that look like for you? Do you have a tip? Do you have a lifestyle? What is working? Okay. For me, I have found intermittent fasting, and I know it's a fad. I know it's a trend. I started this in 2014, a long time ago. Okay. Same with being vegan. Those things kind of happened at the same time, actually. So I actually found it, and I think I've shared this before, through Lent. I'm Catholic, and it was a day of fasting for us. It was a Friday, and I was fasting. And the next day I woke up and I lost weight. Like, I just happened to hop on the scale, and I was like, that was crazy. I didn't really eat anything, and I didn't really mind that I didn't eat. Okay. And so that's what, like, really helped me with the weight loss. The last 150 pounds I've done with intermittent fasting. That is how I've done the last 150. So for me, it's really worked really well. Now, my doctors got very involved because I'm a type 2 diabetic. For me, again, personally, it's been fantastic. And again, not a doctor. Hello, everybody, not a doctor. I'm just telling you what I do. And all my doctors agree and they're okay with it. So, okay. That's why I say you got to do what works for you and what your medical team agrees with. For me, it keeps my blood sugars really great. As a diabetic, sugar is a big deal, right? It's like everything is sugar. People think, oh, diabetics just can't have cupcakes and candy. That's not true. Everything turns into sugar, especially carbohydrates. So like if I have a piece of bread or if I drink juice or, whatever, fruit, if I'm having that lovely coconut whipped cream, Tim, with the strawberries, it affects me differently than everybody else. So if I intermittent fast and I don't eat, my blood sugar stays stable throughout the day. And for me, I have more energy. After the first day of going back to intermittent fasting, I think clearer. Yesterday was not a good day. It was my day back to intermittent fasting. And I've already lost 3 pounds this week. I'm already down. So that's good, which is really fantastic. And so I just wanted to like encourage everybody, like find what works for you. And today's the day to do it. Mindy says, lean and green dinners, 5 small meals every 3 hours, lots of protein, and low glycemic choices. Yeah, I love that. Kobe says he has carrots. And April, you did have a healthy breakfast. You had cottage cheese, which is great. And Stacy says her Aunt Tracy can help us with foods. I love this. So there you go, guys. So celebrate today, since we are doing what. I love that, Tim. Tim says he tries to exercise every day so you can have a little wiggle room with your diet. And I think that's really smart. I am just now adding exercise to my life, you guys. And I'll be talking about it. Like I won't talk about it a lot today, but I just hired a personal trainer over the internet. I know, kind of crazy. And for the first time, I'll be doing exercise. I've not been an exerciser. So I'm scared, Tim. I gotta say, I don't know what this body can do. It's kind of like, what are we doing? But yeah, I'll be adding that to my life. So Stacey says when it comes to exercise, I exercise for about 5 minutes to 25. Yeah, I'm going to start slow. Everybody, because I don't know what I can do. Anna says that she tries to eat more greens and all things in moderation, not eating out. I know I need to cut out on the eating out. But today, since we are on What the What, we have a great trivia game for everybody, which I think was really fun. I'm kind of loving the whole trivia thing because it's like we're learning and I get surprised every day. Today is called What the What Weird Trivia. What the What Weird Trivia, everybody. So I need your help. I'm going to need you to tell me what the answers are. And I'm going to start keeping track of who's winning. And let me tell you why. I'm just going to go ahead and spill the beans, Anna. I'm going to spill the beans. Anna and I are working to get prizes for everybody. And what we're working on for the prizes are the Liv Every Day mugs, which I have to say, Sheila already gets one. Okay, Sheila gets one. I promised her one 1,000 times. Sheila, you're getting a mug no matter what. If I have to make it myself. But we're going to start having Liv Every Day mugs as prizes, free to you guys, and stickers, like Liv Every Day stickers. You can put on your laptop. You can put on your iPad. It'll be a reminder of the show and a reminder to live every day. And that everybody's a winner because you're all going to win. Come on. So we'll probably give out like, I don't know, 1 a week, 1 or 2 a week. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But we're getting it all arranged. So this is serious. I'm going to start. Look at this. We're playing a game. What the What Weird Trivia. All right. Is a fridge more efficient if it's full or empty? Oh, efficient? Is a fridge more efficient? What? Full or empty? Oh, for the love. This is like science-y. What the What Wednesday? What is today? Today's the 5th. Okay. I'm keeping track today. We're going to see who wins. Sheila says, all right, I'm going to write down your name. So if you answer, and I'm going to put like a check, check mark or an X if you get it. Okay. So Sheila says full. She says it's full. Mindy says full. Fridge is more efficient if it's full or empty. Well, I feel like it was made to run things when there are things inside of it. Good morning, Ozzy. Hello, we're playing a game. Stacy says full. April, what do you say? Tim, what do you say? Kobe, where are you, friend? Oliver. Oh, Olivier. Oh my goodness. Is it Olivier or is it Oliver? I have a friend who goes by Olivier, so let me know. April, Cherry, Kobe, Olivier, or Oliver. Stacy, Serenity, Ozzy, Sheila, Skill Killer the Rapper, Mindy, Tim. We're playing the game. It's trivia, and I'm keeping score because we're going to have prizes on this show. Come hell or high water, you're going to want them. All the cool kids. Anybody else? Full. Okay, let me think. Fridge more efficient if it's full. I'm gonna say full. I'm gonna say I think it's more efficient if it's full because it was made for full. April says empty. The fuller it is, the more energy efficient. Really? That is okay. But is that okay? Because it was made for that? I feel like we need a scientist on this show. The fuller it is, the more energy efficient. That is interesting. All right, Sheila got it. Stacy got it. Mindy got it. April, you're doing great. You're doing fantastic, April. All right, we're ready for the next one. Stacy says the more stuff in the fridge, the better it works. Okay. What was Alfred Hitchcock afraid of? Ah, Alfred Hitchcock. Do you guys remember who Alfred Hitchcock is? I grew up watching The Birds. Did you grow up watching The Birds? That's Hitchcock. That's Hitchcock, right? What else is Hitchcock? North by Northwest. Is that Hitchcock? If I don't be careful, I'm gonna missay his name. The Birds. It was The Birds, right, Sheila? Okay, thank you. Which today is National Bird Day. That would be fun. That would be fun to like watch a Hitchcock movie, The Birds. Oh no, Sheila was saying birds. Stacy's saying birds. That's funny. I thought you were answering my question. You're like, no, Liv, we're playing the trivia game. But yeah, like I think I might watch The Birds today. It's National Bird Day. All right, Stacy and Sheila both say birds. That Alfred Hitchcock was afraid of birds. You were doing both. That makes sense, Sheila. It would make sense if he was afraid of birds, because who writes an entire? Was it a? I don't even know what he does or did. Was he just a? Did he write books? Or was he was a movie director? I don't know anything about Alfred. Now I'm sitting here going, I don't know anything about Alfred Hitchcock. I can see him, right, with his nose and his silhouette and his tummy. Like you could see the Hitchcock situation. I don't know what he wrote, if it was screenplays. Okay, Mindy says The Dark. I'm gonna say Alfred Hitchcock was afraid of dying. Because didn't he also did he do the did he do that movie? What movie is that? Psychopath or whatever? I feel like he did that with Norman, whatever. I'm going to say he was afraid of death. I'm going to say Alfred Hitchcock was afraid of dying. Psycho. It was Psycho. Was that a Hitchcock? I don't even know. Wow, I don't know anything. Okay, so Sheila, Stacy, they say bird. I say death. Mindy says dark. And the answer was eggs. He was afraid of eggs? Oh my gosh. Is that really a thing? Maybe that's why he did the birds. Oh my gosh, that is okay. We all missed that one. Eggs? There's got to be a name for that, Anna. There's got to be a name for people who are afraid of eggs. He was afraid of eggs. Huh. April, did you know that? Did you know he was afraid of eggs? That is fascinating. Now I want to know everything about him. Okay, that's so cool. I don't even know why. Anna's writing all sorts of things and I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry, Anna. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I should read this part about the refrigerator. It doesn't have to work as hard to cool down because there's not so much empty space in the fridge. That's why it's more energy efficient. Anna says, quote, I'm frightened of eggs. Worse than frightened. They revolt me. That white round thing without any holes. Have you ever seen anything more revolting than an egg yolk breaking and spilling its yellow liquid? But egg yolk is yellow, revolting. I've never tasted it. That is a direct quote from Alfred Hitchcock. Good morning, Samuel. Hello. That is fascinating. I find that absolutely crazy. Okay, good one, Anna. You are blowing our minds today, friend. All right, the most common cause of power outages in the United States. I am going to guess. I'm going to guess. The first thing I thought of, I feel like I have okay. The first thing I thought of was wind. And then I thought, that can't be true. It could be. I mean, because I don't actually know this answer. I want to say, y'all stay with me on this. I want to say squirrels. Does that seem dumb? I just see squirrels. Stacy says thunderstorms. Stacy, you, my friend, are a Texas girl. We've got big thunderstorms in Texas. That is what we have here. Big thunderstorms, and we do lose our power. What is the most common cause of power outages in the US? Now, that's interesting that it says the US, like in the United States. Oh, Mindy says ice. That's smart. You can tell you're a North Texas gal. You guys get the ice. Oh my gosh. Anybody want to take a guess? Most common cause of power outages in the US. Anna, are we close? Are any of us close? I love that it makes sense it would all be weather related, or I really think squirrels. I think or you know what I mean? Like they just dun 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 walking along, and then they just get stuck in like a power thing. And it's like something so easy. Oh, well, that's good. I love that April's telling the truth. She's like, listen, my T-Rexa device helps me with the eggs thing. That's funny. Stacy says down power lines. Squirrels. No way! Are you flipping kidding me right now? Yes! You guys! No stinking way! The most common cause of power outages in the US are squirrels. I'm basically a prophet. That is unbelievable. How did I know that, you guys? Jeez Louise. Somebody give me a lotto ticket. That's hilarious. Also, how sad is my life that I got that excited for a trivia game where I win nothing and I'm so excited. Maybe I should get back on the coffee. Stacy, I don't think so. She says, I think it's the thunderstorms because they knock down power lines. They do. But I think we have like a squirrel problem. That is so funny. Okay, blood donors in this country receive a text when their blood is used. That's so lovely. Oh my gosh, I love that. Blood donors in this country receive a text when their blood is used. What country, you guys? What country do you receive a text? I'm trying to think of who would be that considerate. You know what I mean? Like who would be so thoughtful to put up a texting system? This country, Anna says, this country says they do it to encourage young people to donate. Sheila says England. That does sound British, doesn't it? It does. That does sound, I definitely am leaning towards Europe. But I want to think outside the box. I want to think, Stacy says United Kingdom. Mindy says Norway. I was leaning towards Norway. I'm leaning towards Sweden. It just feels like something they would do. I'm going to say Sweden because I don't know. The Swedes are really happy, right? Isn't that where the happiest people on earth are? Is in Sweden? I feel like they would be happy to get a text to donate blood. I don't know if that's true. Okay, we're ready, Anna. We don't know. Let's see. We have England, United Kingdom, Norway. No way. You guys. Man, I hope all of y'all can watch my face. I can't believe I just got this answer right. Sweden. What is going on? I never get anything right. I'm not kidding. I am always wrong. I would tell you guys to not listen to me. Thank you, Mindy. Liv, you're killing it. This is the best show ever. Everybody's going to start leaving. They're like, why do we want to watch Olivia like get things right on a trivia? And no, I did not know these. I'm not kidding. I'm just guessing. What if this show is making me smarter because we've learned so much about different countries? No, it's just a fluke. Mindy, you're in the zone. April, I guess Japan. Stacy says, Liv, you're crushing us. Maybe it's because I just want to keep I already have a mug and I don't have any prizes to give out yet. So maybe this is my way of my guardian angel of protecting me. My guardian angel's like, you don't have any prizes. What are you doing? Why are you keeping score? You have a mug. We'll let you win. That's what's happening, everybody. Oh, sorry. All right. The inventor of Pringles, of the Pringles can, is buried in what? The inventor of the Pringles can? First of all, has anyone stopped to think that we needed to have an inventor of Pringles can? The inventor of Pringles can is buried in what? The inventor of Pringles can. It seems like it would be obvious to say, Sheila's saying a cylinder type coffin. And, you know, what is Stacey, what does us mean, or US? What does that mean? Mindy says a tube with a tinfoil hat. Gosh, I hope that's the truth. You know what? Oh, good morning, Lyndon. Hi, Lyndon. Welcome, welcome. You know what I'm feeling? I mean, since obviously I'm basically Harry Potter today. Oh, means the United States is buried in what you're saying, Stacey, that the Pringles can inventor is buried in the United States. You're not wrong. Although that would be interesting to know where. I want to say like chip dust. You know what I mean? Like broken Pringles chips, like sawdust. I'm a visual thinker. Like I think in vision and in pictures. And I'm just envisioning this person that is, good morning, Chi. Hi, welcome. That is just like lying in a coffin covered in not sawdust, but broken chips and chip dust. I don't know. Lyndon says yes. Any other guesses, anybody? Any other guesses? What is the inventor of the Pringles can buried in what? Lyndon says a mangoes can. Okay. I didn't even know that was a thing. I love it. I hope that's the answer. I hope y'all are all right. I hope I'm wrong. Okay, Anna, what? In a Pringles can? The inventor of the Pringles can is buried in a Pringles can. Stacy got it. Sheila got it. Because that totally counts. Stacy, that totally counts. Mindy, that totally counts. Lyndon, you got it. That totally counts. I want everybody to win. Can you tell I want everybody to win? April, I don't think I saw a guess from you. I lost. Look at that, you guys. My streak is over. You can go bowling with me now. That's too funny. Good morning, John. Hi, John. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Well, that was fun. I love these trivia games because we're learning so much. I think that's so fun. Do we have a winner? Sheila got 2. Stacy got 2. Mindy got 2. Lyndon got 1. Okay. So I'll just keep track. This is not at all official. I'm going to have to send a screenshot to Anna and she's going to have to like organize this and make this amazing. And when we have prizes, that's what we'll do. So let me ask you really quickly before we go to the next thing. What do you think about that? Is that exciting? Like at the end of the week, we send out a prize to the winner of the games that we're playing. Today, we're going to play a really cool game in the second half, you guys. I am so excited about the game we're playing in the next hour. But what do you think about having a Live Everyday mug and a Live Everyday sticker situation? Like, yes, no, would you use it? Is that something fun? Is it not fun? Tell me your thoughts and feelings. And here's what's great about you guys. Y'all are all very honest with me. So I know that you'll be like, Liv, it's lame. I don't care. But I want to go into an article. I want to talk about the What Wednesday. Let's get into it. Stacy says yes. She'll put a sticker on her door. Mindy says yes. Good. I mean, listen, tell the truth. If you're like, I don't want it. Mindy says I want a mug, but you already know this. I know. You're right after Sheila. It's happening. I think it's a great mug, right? I mean, like, I think it's a fun mug regardless. Like, I don't know. It kind of makes me smile. And yeah, let's live every day. You guys, there are so many crazy things going on. Anna, I want you to pick. Oh, good. Sheila loves them. Lyndon loves it. Yay. Oh, you guys. Yay. I'm so excited. So I want to talk about holiday gifts because now we've all kind of recovered from the holidays, right? And there have been some horrific gifts that people have gotten in the past, right? Hilariously awful Christmas gifts. It could be Hanukkah, it could be whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever holiday gift, whatever holiday you're celebrating, and you've gotten some really bad gifts. I want to know what is, and Anna's going to pull up this article, right? Is this the article you want me to read, Anna? The hilariously awful Christmas gifts, because that sounds really funny. It says it proves that this is great. These people belong in a relative hall of shame after giving their family members these completely unacceptable Christmas gifts. Okay. I quote, I saw it and thought of you like none of us did. We all think it's ugly. This is a quote. Good morning, Katie. Hi, welcome, friend. So while I'm reading this article, you guys have homework. Not really. You're all right here. I want you to go to backchannel.tv and I want you to chat on the chat. Or if you've got your Echo show, your magic word is say, Echo say, and I want you to answer. Or if you're on YouTube, wherever else you are, Twitter, I don't know where everybody's floating in the universe, in the streaming universe. I want to know what is the worst gift you have gotten. Okay, your relatives aren't here. They're not watching. They're not listening. I want to know what it is where the thought did not count. It was not a thought. Okay, I know we've kind of dipped into this a little bit, but we're going to really go into this. Reddit user recently asked on Reddit, what's the worst Christmas present you have received? So I want to hear what everybody has to say while I'm reading this. And we might feel bad for these people. Okay, number one, this person says, my mom is notorious for bad presents. One that stands out was a car crash kit. It had a disposable camera for recording the scene, a form for both parties to fill out. Stop it. A tape measure for measuring, and like chalk, which I just assume must be for marking dead bodies or something. That is hilarious. Also, what a good idea for a white elephant gift, you guys. Now that you like, if you ever have a white elephant gift party and you want to do something that's really creative, do a car crash kit. That is fantastic. Can you even get disposable cameras anymore? I need to know if you can. I have no idea. Number two, a set of miniature butter knives with a ceramic fruit and vegetable on the handles from an aunt who said I was hard to shop for. She was only 7. Stop. I'm so sorry. Wait a second. Could you imagine being a 7-year-old and you open up a set of butter knives with fruit and vegetables on it? You're 7. How hard is it to shop for a 7-year-old? Anna, I was not prepared for this. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh my God, that is so funny. I would completely cry. I would be traumatized if I was 7. Is anybody else enjoying this as much as I am? All right, number 3. No. 50 pounds of russet potatoes. Oh my gosh, you guys. I did not know I was going to laugh like this. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm just trying to imagine, how do you wrap that? How do you wrap 50 pounds of russet potatoes? Also, what do you say to the other person? Now, if they're into making vodka, you know what I mean? And you want to get that in before dry January, maybe that's what you do. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh, this is funny. These are, I don't know, maybe nobody else thinks these are really funny. Anna, please tell me you're laughing. Oh my gosh. Wait, Anna I'm gonna have to read what Anna says later. Anna says you wrap the potatoes in one of those big Christmassy bags that they put over bikes. 100% yes. Number 4, a spam calendar, 12 months of pictures of spam. What? Like, as in the food spam? I was a 14-year-old girl. I didn't know what to do with it. With my face when I opened it. I feel like we need videos of this. If you guys are watching, Anna has the BuzzFeed, thing right here. These are funny. Stacy says, I haven't received any gifts. That is unacceptable. April says, me either. I've never had anything this hilarious. This is hysterical. I just love that all this is happening to children. That's what's so funny. I mean, can you imagine, like, can you have empathy for these kids? You're a little tiny kid, and like number 5, a dish towel. You're 8 years old, she's 8 years old, and they open up a dish towel. Like, what do you do? Like, how are you supposed to respond? That's so funny. Number 6, my grandpa was planning on giving me a tissue box with money in it. Still not sure why. Anyway, he wrapped the wrong box and I opened a box of tissues. I'm like about to cry. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. Can you imagine you're at Christmas as a kid and you open a box of tissues? Oh my God. I hope you guys are enjoying this because I can't get it together. Oh, I'm having a very Jimmy Fallon moment. What does Mindy say? Mindy says, what was in her child's gift? Freeze-dried vegetables? All the other kids got candy. Hers was dehydrated beans and carrots. Minnie says, I once received an enormous water bladder. It was a bathtub liner for conserving water in case the world ends. Stop. Did you die laughing? Oh my gosh. Mindy also said that her girlfriend, Mary Beth, who was on her girls' trip from earlier this week, told me a sad gift story. Her grandparents gave her, all the grandchildren a bunch of candy. She thinks that they must have forgotten about her kids. They grabbed something and wrapped it. Oh, yeah. I've had some sad grandparent stories like that, but this is hilarious. Sheila says, "What the what?" This is so what the what. This is hysterical to me. Okay, I'm ready. What's the next one, Anna? I love that I've lost my audience at this point. Number 7. One year, I got what was actually a super cool present. My parents had worked for months putting together this awesome art kit. It was a big toolbox filled with good scissors, glue, paint. The problem was every time they would go upstairs to add to it, they had a running joke where they would say, quote, "We're going upstairs to feed your present," or "We need to take your present for a walk." Oh no. So of course on Christmas morning, instead of being a little kid that was stoked to get a huge box of art supplies, I was a little kid who was devastated that I didn't get a puppy. Jeez, that's so terrible. Oh my gosh, that is heartbreaking. Oh, that poor kid. Stacy says I was given a Nintendo one time and played with it. That's what it was for. Yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh, those were so funny. I obviously enjoyed that. Everyone's like, that is really funny. Now, I have to say, oh, that is so funny. Anna said that she got, let me see. Let's see. I want to read what Anna said really quickly. She said her husband would love the car crash kit. I think that's really funny. I do want to know I don't know if you can like develop film anywhere anymore. Like, is that even someplace that you can do? And Anna says bath bombs, anything bath related. I hate baths. Anna, this is now why we know your child hates baths. You just solved your own thing. Which I think is hilarious. That didn't occur to you. Maybe it's genetic. All right, go ahead. Send me another one. All right, holiday gifts taken from luggage replaced with dog food. Anna wanted to put this in because we were talking about the weird holiday gifts. Before we go into the second hour, you're going to have to bring this up. This is the weird type. This is the very slanty font, and it's just so hard to read on my end. Stacy says that she gets bath bombs every day in her bathtub. I love Here's what I love about you, Stacy. Stacy, I gotta hang out with you more because I love that you know what you like. And you're so all of you though, you're very into what you like and you know what it is. And I really appreciate that. All right, a woman who returned from a flight from Europe had more than $3,000 worth of gifts in her luggage. And she got home and found out that all the gifts were gone and they were replaced with dog food. You guys, this is on the AP. This is the Associated Press. This is not BuzzFeed. This isn't, you know what I mean? Like whatever. This is legit AP news, which I think is really funny. Okay, Gail Sheldon of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, found an old t-shirt and a shaving cream bottle in her luggage. Quote, there was a leather jacket I had purchased for my 16-year-old, Sheldon said. I had bought these really cute leather wristlet band purses, and I had bought, these gifts to give to various family and friends. Sheldon said that she spent 11 days in Italy. Oh my gosh. And stopped in Paris for a few days for business on her way home recently. Quote, when it goes through the scan, it continued on its journey. It looks like real luggage product, like the objects that ended up in her bag. This is fascinating. Oh, thank you, Stacy. Stacy says that if I want to hang out with her, I can come to her town and hang out with her. Thank you, Stace. If I ever make it that way, I will. Okay, keep going, Anna. I'm at the bottom. Sorry. All right, so we've got $3,000 worth of gifts. She gets to her flight. It's with Delta, and then the second half was but it was operated by Air France. Quote, we apologize for this customer's experience following an Air France flight 334. They're brave to put the flight number. But we have affirmatively connected with our partners at Air France and the customer to find a resolution. Keep going, Anna. This is fascinating. Oh, okay. We're having technical difficulties. But here's the thing. Can you imagine? It's super short. I need to find out if there was a resolution. Oh, that's it? That's the article? Anna, what the what? Anna's I'm like, Anna, honey, let's scroll, baby. Let's go. She's like, that's it. Oh my gosh, that is what the what. That is it? That was the article? Anna, you're killing me. That's so funny. Okay, so we got to pray for this lady, everybody. She had $3,000 worth of amazing leather goods taken out from her European vacation and replaced with dog food. They've surely got to be able to figure out who did that. Like, they don't have, like, what am I pointing to? Cameras? Like, they've got to have cameras at Air France and Delta and in Paris. I'm thinking of watching somebody remove leather gifts and put dog food in. Obviously, they weren't idiots. They're like, dog food's heavy. We're going to put that in the luggage. No one's going to notice. Oh my gosh. Jeez, that is totally what the what. You guys, we are at the second hour of Live Every Day. You are here on Backchannel, which is where you can listen and chat and watch your favorite host every morning and throughout the day. We are about to expand our programming here on Backchannel, which is really exciting. You're going to have programming from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. all day long. You want to hang out with somebody? You want to talk to somebody? You want to have a community? You want to hear what's going on in the world? You want to just, escape a little bit? This is the place to be. So you found it, Backchannel. You can go to backchannel.tv. You can chat with us there. If you have an Echo Show, you can talk to your device. Your magic word is say. And as always, we're asking, please leave a review. If you go to backchannel.tv, you can do that there. So as we go into the second hour, it's 9:05 on the East Coast. It is 8:05 here in Texas, which I just count as all of central the United States. And we're going to start with a game that I am so excited about. Anna found this incredible game. So I hope you guys are still with me. Stacy, Sheila, Skill Killer the Rapper, Mindy, Tim, I hope you're still here. Katie. Listen, and it's okay if you're not, because Anna and I are ready for this. We were kind of playing it last night. It's a choose your own adventure. This is new. This is new to the show, to Live Every Day. Yeah. Anna said, if it's just us, that's fine. If no one's here, Liv and I are about to get really weird. Listen, that's okay. Stacy Sheila Skill Killer is here. I can't wait. So you guys, this is how this works. Mindy, I hope you're here because I'm excited. I could not wait for you guys to see this. This is really fun. So Anna, are you able to get closer to this, or is that as close as we can get? This is a choose your own adventure. And this is what this reminds me of. As I think I've shared, but I'm not sure. I'll share again. I'm a huge Disney person, like massive Disney. Oh, Nathan's listening and working. Thank you, Nathan. And that could be a lot of you. So that's okay. You can still play, you guys. You don't even have to let me know you're here. You're here in my heart. But I'm a huge Disney person. And one of my favorite, the archive is where, okay. So you want me to choose that one? Is that what you're trying to say, Anna? Just tell me what you want me to choose. Okay. At Epcot, there's the really big ball at Epcot. Okay. And it's called, what is it called? You guys, what is the big ball ride? Sheila, you know this. She absolutely knows this. What is it? What is the big ball ride called? Oh, for the love of everything, Spaceship Earth. Thank you, Anna. Oh, my heavens. Blech. I can't believe I almost forgot that. It's Spaceship Earth. Yeah. Stacy's a fan. Journey is Journey of Earth or something like that. Yeah, Spaceship Earth. I'm talking about Spaceship Earth. Dame Judi Dench does the voice. And you go through the beginning of life, okay? It goes through civilization. It goes through how we got communication, actually, like how communication started with the written word, oratory. It starts with oratory and how, it goes through the library in Alexandria and how it was burnt down. It goes through the beginnings of the computer age and how that was started in a garage, and how the first computers were the size of rooms and all the technology. So it goes through how communication happens. At the end of the ride, you go backwards, okay, through this big globe. And they're brilliant because they're trying to get you back down from the ride. And so what they do is that every single car has a screen. And on the screen, you are able to choose what you want to choose. It's a choose your own adventure ride. Okay, I know, Katie, doesn't this look fun? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pretend that we're all on Spaceship Earth. We're going backwards in our cart and we are playing choose your own adventure ride. Okay, you guys? So this is how this is going to work. The first thing says pick a setting. All right. I'm going to go with the majority of what everybody chooses. So we're going to create our own adventure. This is today's game. I'm so stinking excited for this. So excited. Okay. Okay. So our settings are fantasy, mystery, zombies, apocalyptic, cyberpunk, custom, and archive. So you can just tell me a number. If you've got advice, you can say say number, whatever. Okay. If you are at backchannel.tv, if you're at YouTube, if you're anyplace else, if you haven't talked to me yet, you want to get in on this right now. Anna and I already know what we want. So number 1 is fantasy. And you could just put the number. Okay, you guys, number 1 is fantasy. Number 2 is mystery. Number 3 is zombies. Number 4 is apocalyptic. Number 5 is cyberpunk. Number 6 is custom. Number 7 is archive. Archive is the quarantine story. Anna knows that. James, good morning. We are playing a game, friend. Mindy says number 1. Stacy says number 1. We've got 2 votes for fantasy. All right. That's exciting. Isn't this fun? I cannot flipping wait to see what happens. So if there's any more votes, Sheila says number 2 mystery and number 5 for Nathan, which is cyberpunk. All right. So because we have majority of ones, unless anybody else votes, let's go with number 1. And we'll play this again, you guys. So we'll get to do this. So number 1, we're in fantasy. Now we've got to select our characters, everybody. We've got number 1, a noble. Number 2, princess. Number 3, knight. Number 4, wizard. Number 5, witch. Number 6, ranger. number 7, squire, number 8, peasant, number 9, fairy. Is anybody else getting D&D vibes? Anybody else getting D&D vibes? I'm totally like back to when I was a little kid playing Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see. Okay, Anna says, okay, it is very Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, so noble is number 1, princess is number 2, knight is number 3, wizard is number 4, witch is number 5, ranger is number 6, squire is number 7, peasant is 8, fairy is number 9. Mindy says number 4, which is a wizard, and Stacy says number 1, which is a noble. I'm kind of digging the wizard. I kind of feel like the wizard would be fun. Any other votes, anybody? Anybody else want to come into the fantasy? This is so cool. We're choosing our own adventure. It's going to put together a whole thing for us, you guys, and it tells us what happens to us. I'm so excited. Katie, I love that you chose ranger. I don't know what a ranger is in this. Oh, Sheila says princess. Anna, do you have a vote? Anna, what is your vote? Because we're kind of all divided a little bit. Anna thinks peasant would be funny. Aragorn, the ranger, would also be good. Nathan says 4. Mindy says 4. Okay, well, we've got a lot of 4s. We'll go with the 4. We'll go with the wizard. All right. Oh, enter your character's name. Oh, we have to name. Well, let's see. Nathan and Mindy both chose number 4, so let's call it Mathan. Wait, or Nindy. Nindy the wizard. Nindy the wizard. We're already going to get our story. Oh, this is so crazy. Okay, wait. Okay. Oh my gosh, so much is happening. Do we have time? We could probably do another one now that we kind of know what we're doing. All right. Can you bring it a little bit closer or no? If not, I'll just squint and look crazy. Okay. Let's see. How does this go away? All right. You are Nindy the wizard, a wizard living in the kingdom of Laren. You have a staff and a spell book. You finish your long journey and finally arrive at the ruin you've been looking for. You have come here searching for a mystical spell book of great power called the Book of Essence. You look around and see an old, half-melted down statue of a dragon. The dragon has long since vanished, but the statue remains. The statue seems to give off a strange yet powerful vibe. You decide to investigate the statue further. What do? This is like Dungeons and Dragons. Oh my gosh. This is, Lord of the Rings. You can do something, say something, or add to the story. You guys, this is so rad. Okay, what do we want to do? Okay, we have a half-melted statue of a dragon. The dragon's gone, it's vanished, but the statue remains. It seems to give off a powerful vibe. We decide to investigate the statue further. What do we do? Oh my gosh. Okay, we have the Book of Essence. Oh, how fun! This is where Anna's getting this. This is the website. Okay, you're Nindy the wizard. Now I'm really into this. Okay, you have a long journey. You finally arrive. Okay, investigate this. You decide to investigate the statue further. Okay, so that's what Mindy says to do. I know, this is so fun. Like, do we pick it up? Okay, Anna's typing in, investigate the statue. Is it going to know what we say? This is insane. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is so rad. Okay, so Anna typed in, you investigate the statue, and this is what it says to us, you guys. You walk up to the statue to see what it might offer. You notice the dragon inside the statue is made of a strange, shiny metal. You reach into the statue and pluck the metal from it. What do? What do we do next? We pluck the metal from it, and do we put it in our cloak? Okay. Do we stick it under our hat? Hold it up to the light? Put it in your pocket? Anna's coming up with ideas. Yeah. Yes. Ooh, I kind of like that. Hold it up to the light. You pluck. I love that we pluck the metal. Yes. And we're going to hold it up to the light. Is anybody else playing with us? Anna, Mindy, and I. Where's Sheila and State? Y'all are all really working. The metal. Oh, you hold it up to the light. The metal shines brightly in the light, but seems somehow to give off a strange purple glow. You hear a strange crackling noise and feel some heat coming from the metal. What do you do? What do we do next? I love this. I was such a D&D kid. I told you we're going to get weird. Okay. Anna says we should say, oh, it says to say something. Oh, Mindy says to drop it. Okay. So why don't you, drop it, drop the metal. Do that. Yeah. Drop it. You drop it. And we can say things. You drop the metal and it clangs loudly on the ground. The metal sizzles where it lands. The heat feels uncomfortable and seems to be growing. Nindy turns around and runs back to his horse. And I think we should be yelling. Or something. Or what should we do? Do we jump on our horse? What do we do? Okay. Drop the metal. Yeah, we drop the metal. Now what do we do? Dun, dun, dun. I say we jump on the horse. Oh, okay. Jump on the horse and leave? Yeah. Jump on the horse. Yeah. Jump on the horse and leave. But we left without the statue. You jump on the horse and gallop away. The heat continues to grow and you feel the statue start to move towards you. You feel the heat consume you and you know it isn't good. Should we pick up the statue? I say we pick it up. We face our fear. We face the heat of the statue. I don't know. Anna says we should say who goes there. Okay, face the heat of the statue. What if we melt and die? You continue to gallop. Determined not to yield to the dragon's fiery breath. The heat feels like it's burning through you. Nindy and the horse are scorched and begin to skid. I think we're dead. I think we died. Can we open our book or anything? Do we have a spell book? Cast a spell of protection? Yes. Cast a spell of protection. Yes. Cast a spell of protection. Or Mindy says, oh no. Or of like rain. We could make it rain. You concentrate and cast a protective charm around yourself and Nindy. The magic glows brightly and white light and makes the entire area around you safe. Stacy says, now we pick up the statue. That's a good idea. Now that we're safe, now we approach the statue, go back and pick up the statue safely. You go back and pick up the statue. I love how they keep using the word pluck. You go back, pluck the statue up, and run back to the dragon statue. You hold it up as you gallop, and the heat seems to go away. Okay, we're going to cast another spell. What spell should we cast? Cast a spell of... I don't know. No, I don't know what to do. I think we put the statue in our cloak. Put the statue in our cloak. We put the statue under our hat. We put statue in cloak. With the statue's magic making you and Nindy safe, you decide to hide it in the cloak. You strap to your horse's body. The horse gallops and the cloak flaps in the wind. All right, I think we finished. And we say, and to all a good night. And we say, fare thee well, good servants. To all a good night. You finally arrive back at your home. You and Nindy take out the protective cloaks and head inside. We'll be safe here, you say. I hope so, he replies. And it ends. That was hilarious. We'll have to do the quarantine one sometime. That's the archive one, which is so fun. So where did this come from again? That was adorable. Anna will put up the website. That's fun. That could be fun with like your family or something if you just need a little break. It's play.aidungeon.io. play.ai.dungeon.io. Genevieve, good morning. Hello. So there you go, you guys. I want to talk about this incredible thing. Talk about a what. And on this show, we really like to discuss really good, positive things that are happening in the world. Not that I believe in toxic positivity. I don't. I think that you can have a dose of healthy reality and also really promote great things that are happening in the universe. Here is a great article that I read and I sent it to Anna, and I'm so excited about this. And it's kind of funny because I think we talked about how everybody now has a 3D printer, right? We were talking about what was it? Something about the iceberg, right? And I was saying the iceberg that's going to kill us all. Remember, that's not good news. But I said, look, we could all get together and we could all use our 3D printers because now everybody has one, and we could all print off whatever they tell us to print, the UN, and we could make this thing that protects us from the iceberg that's going to come and kill us. Okay, that was my big idea. Remember? Oh, Stacy, have a great time at church, friend. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. So, what's really cool, and I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but they have 3D printed a Habitat for Humanity home. Okay? Can we just think about that? Now let's talk about this. What's really cool about the 3D printer, and I remember when it came on the scene, I had one friend. Oh my gosh, when was this? My son was in 4th grade. He has now graduated high school. What is that? How long ago is that? However many years ago that is, okay? And this one man had a 3D printer. And at the time, no one personally had a 3D printer. It's like, it reminds me of when computers came on the scene. And nobody had a personal computer. That was something that was very unique and rare. And this guy was an engineer scientist, really cool person. He ran our robotics program at the school that my son was going to. So he had a 3D printer. And it was like the coolest thing any of us had ever seen. And it would take days for him to print something, like for real. He would like say, look, I'm going to print a triangle. And like 3 days later, he would print a triangle. And we were like, that's amazing. It was so cool. Now we've read stories here on this show about the guy who invented, I don't know if y'all remember this or if you were here that day, he invented an eyeball that is better at seeing and doing all the things that he needs it to do. He lost his eye and he's had, a prosthetic eye more than once. Oh my gosh, Dash is here. Hi, Dash. Good morning. And he decided to do it with the 3D printer. It was more accurate. It was more like all these wonderful things that he did because of the 3D printing. Then to come across this whole thing about this incredible, wonderful thing that Habitat for Humanity is doing, where they are taking the 3D printer and they're able to build a house. That is a game changer. Really incredible. Now, this video that Anna has is a time-lapse video showing the construction of this 3D printed home. Okay. So, Anna, are we able to show the video? Is that something we're able to do? I can read this. A Virginia family received the keys to a new 3D printed home and just in time for Christmas. We're not listening to the audio. We do not have rights to this video. I don't know if that's what we can say, but look at this, you guys. That looks like an actual home. The home is a Habitat for Humanity first 3D printed home in the nation, according to Habitat news release. It's a 1,200 square foot home that has 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, and was built from concrete. That is incredible. For those of you that can see the video, it's a time-lapse video, and this is being shown for those of you that want to listen to it maybe later. WTKR. It was shown on CNN, but I'm guessing that that's a news channel in Virginia, which is where this home is. Right? Yes. And the owner is April Stringfield. I can't imagine. Could you imagine walking into a home and it's 3D printed and I'm going to cry. This is just extraordinary. What a cool moment. What a cool moment in history to see that we're doing things. The company that did it was Quist 3D, Quist 3D. Oh, and they gave, oh, stop it. They gave her an ornament to put on her Christmas tree in her home. You guys, what a fantastic story. What a cool moment in technology that 3D printing is taking us somewhere with prosthetics, with getting people into homes. I think that is so fantastic. Another funny, that's a great what the what. That's a what the what. Like, that's so fantastic, you guys. Also, here's a really interesting what the what. You have no idea how hard it is to get a hamster drunk. I think I sent this to Anna. Anna, did I send this to you? Because I feel like I remember this article. I'm telling you, I come across, we'll find out if we were allowed to play that. We weren't playing the audio, right? Were we not playing the audio? I don't know. This is from the Atlantic, which I know some people know audio, so maybe that's okay. Listen, this is a hilarious article. Thank you, Anna, for knowing I needed it closer. You just have to put a bottle of unsweetened Everclear on the cage and they love it. Guys, this is a hysterical article, okay? If you want to read it in the Atlantic, but I got to tell you, and the picture is so cute. They've got a picture of 3 hamsters who have like martini glasses, and they have the hamster bottles, okay? And they are filled with, I'm guessing, alcohol. But this is for all of us who are enjoying dry January. The heaviest drinkers of the animal kingdom are punnier than you might expect. Elephants, for example, are massive, but they are relative lightweights. They lack a gene for alcohol metabolism. Can we pause and just talk about, is it okay that we have done this? Like, where are we tell me if you guys think about this morally, right? Where is our moral obligation to animals to find out how drunk they can get? Anybody have a feeling on this? Yes or no? Is this ethical or not? To find out if if animals have an alcohol tolerance. Okay, I got to know what you think. So let me know your thoughts on finding out alcohol metabolism in animals. Humans actually rank pretty high thanks to our ancestors' prosperity for picking fermented fruit off the ground. I don't know if I said that word correctly. But to find the real champs, you have to think smaller. You have to think hoarders. This is hilarious. You have to think hamster. Keep going, Anna. Quote, you just have to put a bottle of unsweetened Everclear on their cage and they love it, says Gwen Lupfer, a psychologist at the University of Alaska Anchorage, who has studied alcohol consumption in hamsters. Wait a second. What the what? You guys, how do you go around telling your family? So this is what I do for a living. I study alcohol consumption in animals, specifically hamsters. They regularly down 18 grams per kilogram of body weight a day, the alcohol equivalent of a human drinking a liter and a half of 190 proof Everclear. Oh my gosh. In the wild, hamsters hoard ryegrass seeds and fruit in their burrows, and they eat this fermenting store as it becomes more and more alcoholic over the winter. This is fascinating. In the lab, well, they're pretty happy with Everclear. Given the choice between water and alcohol, they will go for the booze. This is fantastic. I think this should be everybody's Halloween costume and nobody will know what you are, but you would be so cool if you go as a hamster and you just have one of the hamster like watering bottles filled with Everclear. You know what I mean? And everybody's like, "What are you?" And you're like, "I'm a hamster." Anna says, "I mean, what else are you going to do in Alaska?" Totally. And Mindy just said, "This is making me picture college students as giant hamsters." You know what I keep thinking of, Mindy? Is the scene in Legally Blonde when the main character no, is that her name in that film? No. Nope, that's Clueless. That is hilarious. That just shows how old I am. When Reese Witherspoon shows up, but what is her name in Legally Blonde? Da, da, da. I'm trying to think of the movie. I'm trying to think of the musical. Elle Woods. When she shows up as a bunny, remember to the big party? It's like a frat party, Elle, yeah. And she's dressed up as a Playboy bunny, and there was no costume. That's what I'm thinking of. She could totally go as a hamster. This is hilarious. Humans have known about hamsters' affinity for alcohol since at least the 1950s. Stop it. When scientists in Texas, yeehaw, found that hamsters could outdrink the common lab rat. Rats can be made to drink alcohol either by selectively breeding genetic lines or by feeding them a mix of sugar and ethanol until they develop a taste for the latter. Ethanol is a specific type of alcohol found in alcoholic drinks. But with hamsters, quote, you could take a hamster right from the pet store and give it grain alcohol. I feel like this is not something we should share. Like, I feel like the world does not need to know this. Okay, so Danielle Gulick, an addiction researcher for the University of Florida, says, quote, it would happily drink. Man, if you're looking for a roommate, I guess get a hamster. Anna, okay, I'm ready. It would happily drink. That is so funny. Now, I get being an addiction researcher. And they can drink a lot before getting drunk. How do you know when a hamster's drunk, everybody? Okay, do we think this is ethical? I'm really asking. Do we think we should tap into the animal kingdom and find out their alcohol levels of what they can handle? When Lupfer was studying dwarf hamsters, she and her students rated the animals' drunkenness on a literal wobbling scale. Stop it. Oh my gosh. I know. I have a little tiny mini Pomeranian, and Anna's like, you should give Jack Everclear. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like he would not be able to handle it. Okay. They scored the hamsters from 0 for no visible wobbling. This is terrible, to a 4 for, quote, falls onto one side and does not right oneself. They had previously unsuccessfully tried to track the hamsters, walking by dipping their paws in watercolor. They couldn't tell the drunk and sober hamsters' paw prints apart. You guys. I love that there were meetings about that. Y'all do understand this. There's an email chain somewhere on the planet about, all right, listen, the watercoloring drunk hamsters are not differentiating between the sober ones. Like, there is somewhere someone has written something. The hamsters never averaged above 0.5 on the wobbling scale, even at the highest oral doses. But when Lupfer and her team instead injected ethanol directly into the hamsters' abdomens, the animals didn't do so well. This is becoming a very disturbing article. What the what? They started wobbling and falling over at much, much lower doses? Mindy says maybe we need a wobbling scale. Isn't that what we do when you get pulled over and they make you walk the line? Isn't that basically we're like hamsters wobbling? Consumed orally, Lumpfer explains alcohol goes straight to the gut into the liver, which starts breaking down the mind-altering toxin that is ethanol. Hamster livers are so efficient at processing ethanol that very little ends up in their blood. A critical care, this is Tom Lawton, a critical care doctor in Bradford, England. I love there's so many people involved in this study. But when the hamsters got injected with ethanol, the substance could bypass the liver and go straight to their bloodstream and then their brain, hence much wobbling and falling over. This is very sad. Hamsters' alcohol tolerance is likely an adaptation of their hoarding lifestyle. Other animal hoarders might have evolved a similar tolerance, but they haven't been as easy to study in a lab. Now I want to know what animals are hoarders. I have no idea. They would have a tough time getting through the winter, Lupfer told, if they, quote, didn't like their own food that they had hoarded, or if they got sick from the alcohol in it. That's interesting. Hamsters don't just tolerate alcohol, though. They prefer it to water. And that might be because they're drinking for the calories. Alcohol has 7 calories per gram, almost and almost as many as does fat, which clocks in at 9. Gulick has found that giving hamsters sucrose water can suppress their boozing, but calorie-free saccharin water cannot. And in the 90s, scientists investigated whether hamsters could be a good model for alcoholism studies, decided to test ethanol against carefully calorie-matched offerings of tomato juice, peach juice, mango juice, sugar water, and chocolate. And sure, hamsters indeed started drinking less alcohol when given sweet, calorie-rich alternatives. Chocolate Ensure Plus worked the best, which researchers chalked up to a preference for taste. Well, that is fascinating, you guys. And I have many feelings about injecting these poor little hamsters in their tummies with alcohol. I don't know how I feel about. Yes, I do. I do know how I feel about that. And I feel like we shouldn't. I mean, I understand if we're trying to understand alcoholism, but I feel like we have enough alcoholism out there. You know, I'm someone who's doing dry January, and I have seen how alcohol affects my life, definitely affects my weight. I've got to say that. That is definitely something that one of the things I'll do, you know, since today is healthy eating day, I think it's important to talk about what you're drinking. One of the things that I think a lot of us tend to forget is how many calories we get in from drinking. And so one of the things when I'm intermittent fasting is that I don't do any type of anything in my drinks, right? So I'm having black coffee. I'm not having the good creamer. I'm not having, you know, the good creamer. Whether it's flavored, whether it's just half and half in a sugar packet, I'm not having it. I'm just having black coffee. Same with my tea. I do enjoy my tea. Here's what's really fascinating. I don't like sweet tea. I don't like cold, but I don't like cold beverages. And I wanted to ask you guys, hello, Stephen, good morning. I want to know, do you like your beverages hot or cold? Meaning, do you like your tea hot or do you like iced tea? Do you like your coffee hot or do you like iced coffee? Maybe you like a combination. Okay. Let me know. Talk to your device, say, Echo, say hot tea, iced coffee. You know, Echo, say cold, iced tea, iced coffee. I don't know. I can't think of the choices. I prefer hot tea. I prefer hot coffee and I like iced tea. I don't like iced coffee. But in all the things that I do drink, I don't like putting any sugar in it. And which is weird from being from the, you know, from the South. A lot of people like sweet tea. You know, they're like, "Oh, I want sweet tea." And I don't. Okay, cool. So Anna says that there's this crazy what the what diet that has hit the waves. It's called a climatarian diet. Mackenzie, good morning. Hello, friend. Tim says it depends on the weather. That's fair. It does depend on the weather. I still get hot coffee. Mindy says, I'm a hot tea, hot coffee girl. Same. Now, here's what I want to know. Do you guys, will you drink your hot beverages plain? Like, will you do it plain? Or I guess it doesn't matter if it's plain or not. I mean, if it's hot or not. Do you drink your beverages sweet, unsweet, with cream, with not? Because here's what's funny. I never really thought about it. Hot tea is very similar to hot coffee. You put cream, you put sugar. It's weird that you put honey in it because I don't put honey in my coffee. That's not true. I do. I love a honey oat latte. This is blowing my mind. What the what? Okay, so let's read about this. What is a climatarian diet? Today is National Healthy Eating Day. So here's how we're celebrating science-based tactics for eating healthier and eco-friendlier. What in the world is this? Like, I have never heard of this. And again, I'm not pro-diet. I'm not pro-fads. I'm not pro-trends. I'm not against if you need a little something to get you going. You know what I mean? Like if you need a little 10-day jump start, you need a little, you know what? I'm going to do the cabbage soup diet for 3 days. I'm going to do smoothies for 3 days. I get that. I really do. I understand getting back in the zone, getting out of the sugar, getting out of the fried foods, getting out of the holidayness. Like I get needing a little, like a drastic jolt and then going into something that's consistent and that you could be successful at. I get that. Oh, Anna, you're going to have to bring this forward. That is like the smallest type in the world. I'm like 98 years old. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so here's what's interesting. This is coming out of Cornell University. All right. So reports that 99.9% of peer-reviewed studies agree that anthropogenic climate change is happening. Okay, fine. What we eat makes us about a quarter of the world greenhouse gas emissions, according to One World data. Now, I bet we're going to listen to this. I bet they're going to talk about a vegan diet because vegan diets are more friendly to the world because apparently to kill cows and other animals emits a lot of gas into the atmosphere, which is one of the reasons, which I don't know if you guys know this, why they started promoting Meatless Monday. Meatless Monday became a thing a couple of years ago, and one of the reasons is because it's supposed to help with the climate emissions. I don't know if you guys know that. So let's see if it's going to talk about that. So unfortunately, most of that is down to animal agriculture, land use, to animal-based food products. Exactly. The essential ideas behind the climation diet, mindfully consuming food that is beneficially alternative to help the environment and eat healthier overall. Okay, so what does this mean? Is this just a fancy way of saying vegan? A climatarian diet can from, okay, whatever. Where does it say what it is? I get it. Okay, so it's more plant-based foods in their natural forms. Plant-based foods greatly reduce carbon footprint. I just told you all this compared to animal-based food products. Now, this is true. And this is not why I was vegan. Listen, I love the environment. Animals, I don't care if you eat them. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. I did it for health stuff for me. And yeah, so highly processed food takes a lot of emission. Okay. It puts out a lot of stuff. If you're eating, this is what they did, you guys. They're renaming vegan diet because there's two types of vegan diets. I don't know if y'all know this. There's the one vegan diet that it's all about, I want to save animals. I don't want to eat honey from bees. I'm going to do all this stuff with the with the animals. I'm going to protect them, So I've said this before. Fritos are vegan. Yeah, put back the article, please, because I want to read what it says. Oreos are vegan. You can be not healthy on a vegan diet, okay? Oil, and you can have vegan margarine and all sorts of stuff. Plant-based diets, plant-based whole foods, I think they're renaming climatarian. So that's really funny. So what you're doing with the plant-based whole foods diet is they don't eat oil. So for years, I didn't cook with oil. I didn't cook with olive oil. I didn't cook with, and I'm Italian. Anytime I sauteed in vegetable broth or I sauteed in water. Okay. How crazy is that? You do everything as close to the actual product itself. You're trying to keep the food whole food. You're eating very little processed food. And apparently it helps with the environment, which was not my thing. So here we go. The climatarian diet does align with known healthy eating practices. Good morning, Michael. Hi. Says Kristen Gillespie, a registered dietitian based in Virginia Beach. It's rich in fruits, vegetables, plant-based proteins. It's more restrictive of animal products, processed and packaged foods. It's also widely known that shopping at local and in season is more environmentally friendly. Experts have identified a significant decrease in CO2 emissions resulting from this diet. Overall, I do think that this diet has merit beyond environmental impact, as it encourages followers to adhere to healthy but overall nutritional adequate diet. Here's the thing. We all know this. This is not brand new science. If you eat food that looks like food, the way that originally was made, it's healthier for you. We all know this. We know one of the problems of processed foods is you're getting chemicals, you're getting, all the stuff that it's going through all the things. But who doesn't love processed foods? We all love chips. Come on. We all love, you know what I mean? Like we all love whatever. It makes sense. I understand this. Is it practical? I mean, come on. Who's not going to have a McDonald's cheeseburger or In-N-Out or Whataburger? Or who's not going to have Chick-fil-A? Who's not going to have whatever? We're American. Who's not going to have a hot dog at a baseball game? You're going to have that. The point is, don't have that every day, right? Sure, have it at the baseball game, get a hot dog. There's nothing more processed on the planet than a hot dog. But other than that, try to eat things that look like food. Sure. And is it going to help the environment? That makes sense. Because if you're not processing a bunch of stuff, then yeah, you're not going to be sitting out smoking to the world. I get it. I understand. Okay, but what are they trying? Is there anything, Anna, in here that tells us specifically of what this looks like? Like, I mean, I get the whole science of it. I get all that, but does it tell you like this is what this diet looks like? You eat this. And I understand the whole concept of eat what's at your local market, right? Like you should go to the farmer's market, and if turnips are in season where you live, eat the turnips instead of us shipping, oranges from Brazil throughout the year. Try to eat oranges when they're in season or get them from Florida. I don't know. I get the whole concept. Anyway, so climatarian. No, that's it. Okay. I'm telling you, they're renaming Whole Foods plant-based. That's what they just did. They wanted to um okay. It doesn't tell you what that means. That's all they're trying to do. So here it is, guys. They're going to keep rewriting things. They're going to keep saying stuff. They're going to tell you all the things that you already know. You know how to protect the environment. You know to just be thoughtful. That's really what it is. And same with your body, right? It's like, let's be thoughtful to our body. Hi, Bobby. Good morning. I'm going to cry. I love you too, friend. Oh, it's so great to see you on here. But this isn't groundbreaking, guys. And you don't have to call it a diet. It's called a lifestyle. Choose what works for you, make healthy choices, but also live your life. Like, have the birthday cake, just don't have the birthday cake every day. That's what some of us had a problem with. And I'm having to stop. I'm having to stop today? Christmas cookies. I'm going to sit here and own it. I've got to stop the Christmas cookies because I just can't. So let's move on to something that's even more fun than that, than listening to what we should be eating and not eating, and if you're going to be a climatarian or not, or if you're doing whole foods or not, or what you're doing to make today healthy. Let's do a little more trivia, shall we? Because let's get smarter. Today is What the What. We have more weird trivia for you as we're coming up to the end of the second hour. Let's do a game of Would You Buy It? Okay, how about that? That's what we're going to do. We'll do that instead. These are my favorite things, I've got to say, going through these kitchen gadgets as we're talking about what works for us that's healthy and what works for us that's not healthy. I think that this has been interesting. Okay, so we are going to close with trivia. Anna, you put up what you want to close with, friend. Anna is the boss. She is the producer of all producers. She can put up, that must be fun for her. I just sit here, I don't know what's going to happen, and then I have to react. But yeah, I say we go out with a game. It's What the What Wednesday. We need a little something because today is Friday Junior. No, Friday Junior. Is that what today is? So let's go out with something fun. Okay, we're gonna go back to the gadgets. Okay, this is what is so great about this, especially since we're talking about healthy eating. This works out perfect. And I don't know if anybody's here left to play. So Anna and I are going to play. If you're not, if you are here, you can go to backchannel.tv. You can type in your answers there. If you're on YouTube, if you're on wherever you're listening, any streaming device that you're at, you can type there. If you're on an Echo show, you can talk to your device and you can say what you think about this. This one is number 22. Anna, can you bring it any closer? It says, you don't need an herb stripper. I do have one of these gadgets. I do. I have one of these gadgets. They're saying you can absolutely strip herbs with your fingers. That might be true, especially with rosemary. It's very easy to it's like a stick and you just pull it down and the little pieces fall away. That is true. I don't know. Anna. What do you say? Do you need an herb stripper? It's a small gadget. It's not that big and it can't be that expensive. Anna says, "Now we don't need it." All right, fine. Thyme and rosemary, really the only ones that I ever kind of strip. The rest of it, I always have to like do other things too, unless I don't know how to use herbs, which is very fair. All right, so we're saying nah. We're saying nay. Oh, I need to put this in our chart. I've been keeping up with this. Okay, yay or nay. We're playing yay or nay. And I think it's just Anna and I. So if anybody's here, you can play with us. Anna and I are saying nay. And what was that? That was the herb stripper. I love how it's called an herb stripper. Okay, here we go. This is you don't need a latte art printer. First of all, I did not know that was a thing. Bobby says nay. We do have friends. Yay, Bobby. And Tim says, but then your fingers smell like herbs. Thank you. So Tim says, you do need it. I'm so glad you guys are still here. This makes me so happy. I know that this is the time when most people go to work. You know, we're at 8:50 in the morning here in Central Time Zone. It's 9:50 on the East Coast. People are busy doing work and stuff. So thank you for letting me be part of your day, you guys. We only have 5 minutes left of the show. All right. So what do you guys think about this? Do you need a latte art printer? I got to be honest, I had no idea this even like existed on the planet. This costs the same amount of a venti Starbucks. But okay, I can't really read it. I'm sorry, Anna. Anyway, I didn't know. So is this literally just something that prints the cool foam situation on your thing? That's ridiculous. How much is this? That's dumb. You don't need to have cute little, you really don't. Tim says, leave the latte printing art to the professionals. I would love to know the history on latte art. Who was the guy that said, while you're drinking a latte, you should look at a clover? Like, who was that guy that started? Like, where did that come from? I think that would be really interesting to know, like, the origin of latte art. All right, Bobby agrees. We say nay. Latte art. I'm going to say, I know Anna's going to say no. I'm going to totally look and see. $1,300 for a latte art printer? That's insane. That is, I'm saying no for everyone. We are all saying no. That is ridiculous. I don't even know how to process that. The fact that somebody bought it. Okay, I'm going to move on with life. I cannot even move forward. You don't need egg rings. Oh, is this something you put on a skillet? When you crack an egg, typically the egg goes everywhere, you know, and you want it kind of circular. These rings help you keep the eggs precisely. But they're saying you don't need egg rings, but some people really love them. I don't have an egg ring, actually. I don't know. Like, is that worth it? Is that not worth it? Wait, is it just to contain the egg? I mean, so I guess it's just a preference of that you want your eggs to look really, really circular. That kind of makes me feel like it looks like a already processed egg. You know what I mean? Like you go into a place and you're like, did they even crack an egg? Like this looks like they made this up. So I'm gonna go. Anna says, she does not want the latte thing, but it reminds her of a machine at IKEA. That's hilarious. But she says no to the eggs. No to the eggs. Bobby says, I use them to make breakfast sandwiches. See, now that makes sense, Bobby, because you want it to be the same size as your English muffin. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking of like what you get at McDonald's. That egg looks like a perfect circular egg. It was $2 at HEB. I say sure. I see the egg shaper for $2. Is it hard to store? Bobby says yes. Anna says no. I'm going to say if you do make English muffin sandwiches, yes, that makes sense to me. You don't want it all like spilling out. Maybe, I don't know. Tim might not have an opinion. You don't need a tomato slicer. Oh, Tim sold. See, Bobby made a good argument. Because who doesn't want to make their own English muffin sandwich? Now I'm really intrigued. Because think about it. A sausage patty is circular. English muffin is circular. So that makes sense. If you're doing bacon, that already kind of sticks out everywhere. But some people can make bacon go curly. You know what I mean? Like they can make it go like in a circle. I'm with you, Bobby. It's $2. Is it HEB? Sure. Okay, you don't need this tomato slicer. Despite its name, the gadget doesn't even slice the tomato. It holds the tomato while you take a little tiny, like whatever, what is this, knife. Okay, so all you need is to hold a tomato is what they're saying. You just hold it and slice it. I can understand if you are not a good tomato slicer and you get very uneven slices of your tomato. Okay, I can understand this. However, my mother-in-law taught me this. If you have the right knife, and we've discussed this on the show before, if you have the right knife, game changer. It is a game changer. If you have a tomato knife that slices the tomato, you're going to be golden. You know what I mean? So I say, nay, we don't need it. We don't need the tomato slicer holder. I don't know what everybody else says. You need a really good tomato slicer knifer. All right, you guys, this has been so fantastic. I love spending the morning with you. I will be back here tomorrow at 8 Eastern for only 1 hour, unless something changes. I'll be here from 8 to 9 Eastern, so that's 7 to 8 Central. Live every day here on Backchannel. There's lots more programming coming your way. If you just wait an hour, you will have at 12 o'clock from 12 to 2, the Anthony Davis Show. And then we have from 2 to 4, this is all Eastern, you have Your Pal Hal. So you guys come back tomorrow morning. You can see Haley and Allison in the morning. I'm going to hop on at the end and be with them again. So, thank you, Tim, for being here. Bobby, you have a great day. I love you so much, friend. Please hug my whole family for you, like your family that I think is my family. And I'll see you in the morning, you guys. Live every day. Have a great Wednesday. Bye, y'all.